Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you watch this video. My name is Alfisyahrin Gusman, and I'm from Group 2, Class 2 ISA 2. In this occasion, we want to present our third project about the light searcher, or we can call it LSR, light searcher robot. Okay. Before we start, please, please me to introduce our member team. Okay. For the first, there is Riki Awal Syahputra as a leader, Rafie Ananda Suhermawan as a developer, and myself, Alfisyahrin Gusman, as the developer. Okay. Okay, in this presentation, we divide the presentation to third chapter. For the first chapter is about definition, and then the second is about advantage and disadvantage, and the last is about development. Okay, for the first chapter, will be explained by Brother Riki. Brother Riki, please.
Okay, so in the first chapter, I would like to present the definition of our system. It is all about the system and the component function. Next. So in background, why we choose it? Because first is simple principle for centralized like structure. Second is maybe implemented the robot sensing system, which is measurable solar tracker of solar panel, Mars rover, and etc. And also the third is the same logic system with various of sensor. Why? Because this system is with the same logic system, but it can be implemented with the various of sensors such as LDR, ultrasonic, and ER or infrared. Please next. Okay. After background, we know about the simple in this we can say in the system. So firstly, we know it is a simple four wheels robotic system which has two control options, namely manual and automatic. The displacement system is represented by a switch, where the manual automatic system will run on logic 1 to flex sensor to maneuver, the right side flex function to control the system forward, backward, and the left flex serves to control the rotation of the robot right and left. Next. Please next. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. This is the we can say the schematic design of our system, which is there's right, left. Okay. We can say Arduino, and the front is the front size. There is front, back, right, and left. And this and every side of this vehicle has its own sensor, which is LDR sensor. When the value of sensor in the front sensor on this on all of the side, so it will like go forward. But if the sensor in the back is having it have a higher value than any sensor in this on all side, it would like to go backwards. And what if the right side sensor is have a higher value than any sensor? It will like to rotate the vehicle into the right side. You know, it's going to rotate to the right, and it's going to find where's the best we can say the best light to on the front sensor. The left side sensor is going to, if the left sensor is up, detect the light higher than any sensor in this side, it will like to rotate left and going to make the robot to search where's the focus of the light. Okay. And this is the system of automatic system, but we can switch the system to the automatic to the manual mode after automatic. So the automatic is using sensor LDR. Using gloves, you can do that. Okay. So as well as I've been explained, left hand is would like to make your robots rotate rotate and but the word I mean like every job to control the robot manually. Okay. Components, which is there is Arduino as open source programmable microcontroller as the brain of our project system. So this is our brain, and we also have IC L293D as the driver motor with H-bridge system inside, where it's operated by 3D is for controlling the motor. So it's like the driver of the motor with the system inside. Okay, and we also have flex sensor and operation with gloves, and also we have of electromagnetic force to rotate the wheels using DC current. And we also have switch the device to cut and connect the electricity. This device is used to change the system mode manual auto. And on the right corner up, we also have LDR sensor, which is sensor to detect light intensity. In this project, this device is used to map the center of the light. Okay, and the last is the resistor. Is the device to resist the current specific value. Okay, this is the component of the end function of itself. Okay, please next.
Okay, second chapter is about advantage and disadvantage, and will be explained by myself, Alfisyahrin Gusman. So in the system that we made, there are advantage and disadvantage. Advantage of this system are that is the first is the simplicity of the system itself, which only use a light sensor, DC motor, and a microcontroller. The second is flexibility, because in one system there can be several sensors, so it can further increase the mobility of the robot. And the last is easy to implementation. While the disadvantage is the mobility of the system is very dependent on the number of sensors. So the more sensor, the more flexible the mobility of the robot, and the fewer sensor used, the more limited the mobility of the robot.
Okay, sorry. Oh, I will explain about development. How far is sustain? Next. Okay. The concept of LSR can be divided into two. Namely, is simple and complex. Simple. LSR starts with simplicity, but it can be developed to the next step ahead. And complex is the LSR can be a complex system. It is a sustainable system. So our LSR program may be simple, but it can still be developed to the next step. Okay, next. Okay, the next step is a feature the step if the simple LSR program is developed to the next step. And this is the state of the program that we created. The first, this is a simple LSR system. This is the first step that we are making. And the second is the Maze robot. This is the next step if our program is developed. The third is the solar tracker. This is the next step of the Maze robot, the program. And the last one is AI robotic system. Feature the step or program. Okay, next.
Okay, thank you for watching this video. Maybe that's all from us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.